What is so interesting about having a discussion about the fact that these are kind of universal principles behind life is it really shows you a very neutral understanding of what everyone is up to, is that out of nothing we start creating things, and the things that we create, that we make a lot of meaning out of, have a big feeling, and maybe we keep hanging on to them so they start to have a big space. And so they start to create some real estate, some plot of kind of owned and maintained land in our otherwise vastly blank potential. And that's, as everyone keeps saying, we're living in the feeling of our thinking. Well, yeah, we're living in the feeling of whatever kind of thing we're making up in the moment. But what I love about what everyone's been saying this morning is that we're this and this. We're the little and the big. We're the potential to create and the creation. We're not one or the other, we're both, all the time. And what's amazing about when people listen, like that's what I describe it as, listening with nothing on your mind, which is it's a hard thing to do. It's a rare space to visit. But what happens is when people go quiet, or they're not making a big buzz or a big fuss in any one of these things, they start to feel fuzzy and flowy and spacious and free and bigger and easy. You know, there's that difference in feeling. Not because you're ever going to totally not have form. That's impossible. And actually what's really transformed for me, like, what I like about what John's saying is there's no point in fighting against this. And someone else said it too. There's no point in fighting against this. This just is. And oh my gosh, what a silly thing to fight against. It's a gift. It's a gift to be creative. It's a gift to have a sense of self. We can have fun with this, people. It allows us to have all kinds of things like, oh, I want to be an orthodontist. Cool, I'm going to go be that's because I have the ability to have a thought and then run with it. I can also drop that thought later and decide I want to be a surfer. Or decide that I don't want to be a woman anymore and I think I want to turn myself into a man. Or I think I wanna. You can play with this endlessly. And what a cool, cool, cool gift that we're all walking around with. So I used to feel like, why the form? If the form just makes me get stuck. And now I'm like, oh, that's cool. We can create form. But don't forget the space in between. And that's what I think you're pointing to, is God is the space in between, or mind, or Fred, or whatever you want to call it. But it's that raw potential just before something's happened. That anything could happen, anything could be. If you think about, you're either stuck in life or anything could be.